Every time things go sideways, inflation spikes, recessions hit, wars break out, this happens. Gold surges again and again. It's like the world collectively panics and runs to this shiny yellowish metal. And it's not just investors. Right now, central banks around the world are stocking up on gold more than they have in decades. Central banks globally hold over 37,700 tons of gold. That accounts for almost 1/5 of the total gold that exists. So, what is it about gold? Why do governments seem to trust it more than their own currencies? Gold didn't just become money out of nowhere. Thousands of years ago, ancient civilizations like the Egyptians, Sumerians, and Chinese were already obsessed with it. Why? A few reasons. It doesn't rust or fade. It's soft, easy to shape into coins or jewelry, and it looks pretty amazing. So ancient humans decided gold was special. But it wasn't just about beauty. It was economics. Gold is rare, but not too rare. So how much gold currently exists? About 244,000 metric tons have been discovered so far. 187,000 tons have already been mined. It's estimated that around 55,000 tons are still underground. In old times, one could find it in rivers or mines, but not in huge quantities. That sweet spot made it ideal for trade. Unlike salt or shells, gold didn't spoil or break. Coins could last centuries. And because of that, gold started to become a kind of universal language. No matter where you went, people understood its worth. By the time empires rose, the Romans, the Persians, the Chinese dynasties, gold was already the foundation of entire economies. It backed currency systems, paid armies, and moved across borders as tribute, taxes, or loot. Even when paper money came along, gold stuck around. Governments promised that your paper note could be exchanged for a certain amount of gold. That was the gold standard, and it lasted well into the 20th century. During the Great Depression in the 1930s, countries started abandoning the gold standard. It just wasn't sustainable in a time of economic crisis. Governments needed more flexibility, and being tied to gold limited their options. But the idea of gold as the ultimate real money stuck around. But why gold, not silver, platinum, or diamonds? Let's have a look at this comparison table. Silver was also used for coins historically, but it's way more common and oxidizes over time. It tarnishes and turns black. Diamonds, valuable, but every stone is different, hard to trade and hard to verify without tools. Platinum actually is more rare and even more expensive than gold at times, but it's harder to extract and refine. It melts at a crazy high temperature, and it wasn't discovered or used widely until way later in history. Gold ticks all the boxes. Not too rare, not too common, durable, pretty, easy to use. That made it perfect for money. And even though we're off the gold standard, gold still plays a huge role. In 2024, jewelry accounted for 45% of the gold we have, bars, coins, ETFs about 22%, central banks had about 17%, and other uses like electronics and medicine accounted for about 15%. That's about 216,000 tons of gold actively in circulation, and more than half is in private hands. So why are central banks still buying gold? Central banks hold gold as part of their reserves, not because they have to, but because they choose to. Some are trying to build stability into their reserves. It's also a way to diversify away from currencies like the dollar or euro. The top 5 holders: the United States with over 8,000 tons, then Germany, Italy, France, and Russia. Even China's been buying gold at a record pace. A fun fact: the National Bank of Poland was the largest central bank buyer in 2024, adding 90 tons to its reserves. And investors use gold too, but not usually by holding physical bars. Many invest through gold ETFs, funds backed by actual gold that track its market price. Others invest in gold mining stocks, futures, or even tokenized gold on blockchain platforms. Gold is not perfect. It doesn't pay interest, and it can be very volatile. But it shines in uncertain times, when inflation, war, or debt worries spike. That's why it still matters, as a hedge, a symbol, and a safe haven. It has survived every financial systems humans have built and everyone that's collapsed. And even now, in a world of digital currencies and central banks, gold still holds a kind of quiet power. It's not magic, but it's trusted. And sometimes, especially in uncertain times, that's worth more than anything.